Now we would like to welcome the Executive Director of Tewa Women United, a recent graduate of the Justice Studies with a PhD in the Justice Studies program at Arizona State University, one of my comadres and teachers, Corrine Sanchez. Woo! How you doing out there? Santa Fe, you look beautiful! Beautiful, powerful. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for our relatives for standing here on this stage. Thank you for being all that you can be in this moment in time. And what we're asking you today is to dig a little deeper, right? To make a commitment to continue to ride this wave, which is not the most recent wave that we are on, right? There have been centuries of women and our supporters who have continued to bring our voices and our presence to all the tables, all the arenas, everywhere that we can be and should be heard. Sometimes we had to fight to get at that table. Sometimes we had to sacrifice our bodies to get at that table. And what that means here today is that it's not about this one march. It's not about the second march or the third march. It's about what we do in our everyday lives that make a difference to all of our relatives, no matter how young, no matter how small, no matter how old, no matter what side of some made-up border that others think we live on, no matter our gender. It's our privilege, right? Our privilege to be here today holding signs. It's our privilege today to be here uplifting one another while our country has other plans for us. It's our responsibility every day to hold our elected officials accountable. Elected officials on tribal land, elected officials in city, in state, in national governments, and international governments. It is our everyday responsibility to raise our voices. I am grateful to the organizers here at this march. I am grateful to the organizers across the country who have risen and made space and gave all that they can so that our presence can be heard. We're here to challenge all the injustices that exist in our world. We're here to give voice to those who may not be able to raise their voices. We're here because of Me Too, You Too, Standing Rock. We're here because of brave men, women, and children who created the space for us to be. We lay respect for all of those that have gone before us. And it is our commitment to those yet to come. It is our commitment to our elders who have stood on these stages before us. It is our commitment to one another here to come out to school board meetings, to come out to legislative sessions, to give voice and testimony and sign-ins and postcards to issues like climate justice. It is our duty to continue to advocate for those who are being detained and separated at our borders. Borders that were fluid, right? Borders that never existed except in the minds of the government. It is our duty to not forget that our activism is everyday action at our kitchen tables, in our bedroom talks with our partners, in our family and feast day gatherings, that we are courageous and brave enough to raise the issues that sometimes our own families do not want to talk about. Gender-based violence. Violence around sexual identity. Gender identity. All of these things that make us uniquely who we are. We need to raise our voices in those everyday spaces. Next year, because there's going to be these continued waves, I want to see you here at this march with us, your sisters, your brothers, your relatives, your family, your community, because the violence has not stopped. It continues to touch our lives in every single subtle way possible. And what we ask as an Indigenous women's organization is that you continue to raise your voices with us in the everyday challenges that we face. So when we gather here next year, I want to hear from you what your actions were that led you again to come and show presence, to come and raise voice, to come and unite with one another. I want to hear those stories. I want to see you at our meetings, at our gatherings, supporting our young people, speaking out against gun violence in any way, shape, or form that you can. Supporting the nonprofit organizations. I know I struggle with that industrial complex. Supporting other people as they gather without those political boundaries. I want us to continue to raise our voices together. Thank you, Gutawoha, all my relatives. You are valued. You are important. No matter how young or old you are, we need you in our struggles. Let's co-create together the world that we want to live, where all of us have the things that we need in order to thrive, where our hearts and our lands are fluid. Thank you, and continue to rise.